Hey there, Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Saturday, October 22nd. Today's theme is how a waning crescent moon helps us let go. And we do, of course, have the moon getting smaller each night, which we call waning. And the crescent is when it's becoming a thin sliver, right? It's getting smaller every night so that it becomes a very thin sliver and eventually disappears into the new moon and that time of mystery. So we're past now the third quarter moon. We have that waning crescent getting smaller, thin sliver. We're truly letting go of what has unfolded during the current moon cycle. So the current moon cycle began with the Libra new moon in on September 25th, I think it was. And so with that Libra new moon energy, we've had the theme that we've been working on through this moon cycle of relationship, partnership, how we work together with others, and how we collaborate. Could be with your spouse or partner or a romantic relationship, but it can also be with any one-to-one relationship. It could be a peer, coworker, colleague, client, a boss, a friend, any one-to-one, even a brief interaction you might have with another person where there are two of you. That falls in the realm of Libra and how we interact. So Libra, of course, is also about balance and harmony. It can have to do with groups and different factions and how we get along or don't. How we need to listen to each other to have healthy balance, what happens when we aren't able to find common ground or have that ability to sit down and listen to each other. And the Libra energy is about balance, but it's not necessarily about coming together, right? It can be about coming together, but it can also be about divisiveness and going further and further in opposite directions, opposite and equal directions kind of thing. So anyway, the work that we've been doing through this Libra moon cycle is primarily in your main relationships and deepening those relationships, how you communicate, how you work together, and how you share and express your needs, how you listen to the other person's needs, how you might get out of the way so that you can truly hear where another person is coming from, and those kinds of things. So that Libra energy is how we bring balance. It's also how we bring balance to masculine and feminine energies. Certainly not all relationships are about a man and a woman, but those energies, those archetypes play out, and they play out inside of ourselves. They play out in the world around us. And how the masculine and feminine energies show up inside of you, and how they're balanced inside of you, and maybe what needs more of a voice, or how to allow both sides of yourself to show up. That's also work of that Libra moon energy. And then because we're coming to the end of that cycle, we're kind of looking back at what unfolded, what were the intentions you set during the Libra new moon, and what unfolded for you, what's been happening, what have you learned, what emerged, and what have you been integrating. And especially in the last week or 10 days, how have you been sort of processing and digesting and integrating what was revealed to you at the full moon? And that full moon, of course, was in Aries. So that was about action and risk taking and being yourself more boldly And how does that fit into having healthy relationships? And how do you need to have a healthy sense of self and self-reliance to show up as a whole person in your relationships? And so knowing who you are helps you be more effective and have that healthy dynamic in your relationships. So we are completing that. We are in the process now. The moon is in Virgo today. We'll be going into Libra later in the day as we head into that final experience of the Libra moon and bringing some completion and conclusion to some of those themes that you might have been working on this month. So earlier in the day, we've got still more of that Virgo, and I've been sharing some great things about Virgo in the last couple of days. So yesterday's video, if you missed it, definitely go check that out, how to work with this Virgo energy of maintenance and taking care of things day to day and routines, and how to bring more joy into your day-to-day routines. Virgo energy is wonderful when we can embrace it and understand what it is really about and how we can be of service. So we've got more of that Virgo energy today. Be a great day to work on some cleaning or some maintenance, but also recognizing the ways that you might be being hard on yourself and taking some conscious effort to forgive yourself, to allow yourself to be imperfect, and to just accept who you are. And you're good enough. Being good enough. That's a great affirmation for Virgo. It's good enough. We can go ahead. We can move forward. We don't need to stop and wait until we're perfect. So then later today, the moon goes into Libra again. We'll be finishing up more of this energy of Libra and relationship work, partnership work. And then we're heading into, as the moon will be going into Scorpio, really right before the new moon, which is early morning on Tuesday. We'll be having that new moon in Scorpio and the solar eclipse. So some powerful energies of letting go happening now as we release the work we've been doing, surrender, a need to understand as we kind of go into that dark moon mystery time. And the Scorpio sun is going into Scorpio later tonight, early tomorrow morning, and also we've got Venus going into Scorpio. So we're going to have some shifting energies into these places of depth and mystery and transformation. And I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow in depth. So check it out tomorrow. Come back and join me for an in-depth look at transformation and how we are creating a new reality and how we can leverage this eclipse that's coming up on Tuesday to be the source of that transformation and giving birth to a new reality. So powerful time. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for subscribing, and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think and what you've got questions about. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you back tomorrow. All right, bye for now.